The manhunt outside of Philadelphia that left hundreds of people on edge for over 2 weeks has finally come to a conclusion. Captured killer Danelo Cavalcante cornered and taken off guard by a strategic. When he attempted to contact his team with his stolen firearm, a police dog was the culprit. Dragged him down and handcuffed him. A truck with armor tonight behind prevents the U.S. Marshals from disseminating this image. At the instant he was defeated by the large heat sensors on a jet gave the plane a break. Nighttime, that aircraft detected a person, until inclement weather prompted the aircraft to turn around for a while, but eventually they began to move. In working with trained dogs to complete he was transported in a motorcade to a state. The police station was a house alarm that sounded overnight, immediately sending out Drew search teams there. And tonight, the killer who was convicted is current level of security federal prison serving his life sentence. Once again, the vicious killing of his former in front of her little girlfriend Trevor Alt. Returning from Chester County tonight, Pennsylvania, tonight's murderer escaped Cavalcante. Danilo lastly discovered in the forests of police. From Pennsylvania, dressed in combat gear 30 kilometers away, placing him into an armored vehicle. He almost fled from jail to the north. A month ago, our horror came to an end. The good folks prevailed. An authority claimed policemen surrounded the Cavalcante in a D aircraft with South Coventry Township in it using thermal imaging. Heat signals are found. Around 1 hour after a house at midnight, neighboring burglary alarm was activated. North Carolina entering a forest, military forces rushing to the area that forcing there was a Lightning Storm D aircraft to depart from usage. Coalition, they are pushing for the simple solution to turn to face the law enforcement ships, establishing a tight perimeter till dawn. Then at about 8 a.m., tactical troops gathered around them. Source of the heat origin was they were able to enter the area discreetly. They had a surprise aspect. Cavalcante sleeping on his back in some bush. With that loaded, stolen gun in hand, he wasn't aware. They had located him until he being encircled did not deter him from he started to crawl in an attempt to flee, taking his through dense undergrowth. When he got through customs and teams from the border patrol then released a dog, preventing the prisoner from escaping. When police remained in Cavalcante's wake, never giving up and fighting until he was forcefully taken prisoner, is in confirmation of subject's custody in a facility. Yes, Cavalcante is wearing a stolen item. Shirt from the Philadelphia Eagles with work boots. His face is covered with blood as he is taken removed. The EMS has somewhat improved. They loaded him in the parking lot. The .22 caliber rifle taken from him. Officials claimed that a garage was recovered. Cavalcante was never able to leave Chester County and he was pleading for your assistance. I think folks really wanted to try to assist him, his sister included, but they couldn't, at least from what we can tell. We're sincere. In our opinion, the actions taken will be discussed. Whether we think any of them qualify as the severity of the criminal case. Cavalcante was imprisoned for life. Two of his former girlfriend's murder. Deborah posts today about her sister. We sincerely appreciate your help and the diligent work of law enforcement. These 2 weeks have been incredibly difficult. It's silent again, painful and terrible. Everyone can take a breath in the serenity. Tonight, our neighborhood has finally spent 13 grueling days with a killer. Finally on the run, heaving a sigh of relief. With relief, we can return to letting our guard down, feeling protected, and kids ride their bikes and play in the streets, bicycles, without being concerned about them anymore. And David, it was too warm last week. Allows thermal imaging to be used outdoors, effective, but today it was vital in this capture, as was the dog from Customs and Border Protection of the name of a 4-year-old Belgian male in Wyota that took down Cavalcante. And according to officials, swift the reason Cavalcante never engages in takedown fire that ill-gotten firearm. David Yoda. Dog is having a moment tonight, too, as he ought to lead Trevor Alt. If you love the video, please hit a like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel.